Hi there, YouTubers. I'm just going to make this probably going to end up being a long video, but I just want to talk about Audre's Moritz, his amazing liver and gallbladder flush. And I went online, I was looking at YouTube videos, and I was seeing people showing that they start with the salt drink, the Epsom salt drink. So I went and got his book, and there's a little more to it than that. And I got his book. And he recommends using, we actually have to start off with apple juice. So I went out and I bought some organic apples, and then I juiced it myself, and you can see it separating nicely. And I love to see that because that tells me that that's good juice. So you have to drink for 5 days. You have to consume a liter of apple juice. So if you don't want to spend all that money on organic apples and then juicing it and all that stuff, so my wife is doing this with me. I'm going to be juicing every day. So every day I'm going to make a fresh batch of apple juice. And what I do is I just shake this up, and then I'm going to drink that down. And according to him, you don't just guzzle this, alright? You just drink it throughout the day until about 6 o'clock at night. But I've got his book here, so I'm gonna tell you exactly what he says. Right? So it says that the gallbladder flush requires 6 days of preparation, followed by 16 to 20 hours of actual cleansing. So the stuff I see on YouTube, not everybody, but there's stuff out there that just shows the actual cleansing, but they don't tell you about the apple juice. So he says if you can't stand the apple juice, you can use sour tart cherry juice, and I think that's a different proportion, so it's 8 ounces, where apple juice is a full liter. You're going to need Epsom salts. This is for the last part. We'll just talk about the apple juice part right now. And for each of these 5 days. So you're supposed to drink 1 container, 32 ounces or 1 liter of freshly prepared apple juice. And he recommends organic. My wife and I do organic everything, so we're big on organic. It's no big deal for us. And I highly recommend getting this book. You can probably download a PDF like I did, or you can buy it, I'm sure. So what happens is the malic acid inside the apple juice is going to soften the gallstones to make the passage of the gallstones through your bile ducts smooth and easy. And the sour cherry juice has about 4 times the concentration of malic acid. So it's whatever you can tolerate, he recommends you use. And it's probably why you don't need so much out of the cherry juice. It's because it's much stronger. So there's other things you need to do too, as far as eating. Right, your diet's going to change a little bit for the 5 days, or a lot, depending on what you guys are eating. Drink either of the juices slowly and in small portions spread throughout the day between meals. You want to make sure there is a continuous supply of malic acid almost throughout the day, which is required to help soften the stones. Avoid drinking the juice just before and in the first 1 to 2 hours after meals. In the evening past 6 p.m. This is additional to your normal daily water intake, which should be about 6 to 8 glasses of water. So I got my water here, and I've been drinking heavily on the water, and my juice is already starting to separate, so I'm going to have to shake it up again and I'm going to take a drink right now. For me, if I drink lots of apple juice, I get cramps or something, sore stomach. So I have to try and make this last till about 6. So the entire week of preparation, cleansing, avoid foods or beverages that are ice cold. So with my juice here, I made it. I put it in the fridge last night, and then this morning I got up and I put it on the counter, right? And then it's like 9 o'clock now, so I was up at 5:30. Put it on the counter and let it warm up to room temperature. Okay, so we don't want to drink anything that's ice cold because they chill the liver and thereby reduce the effectiveness of the cleanse. So all foods and beverages should be warm or at least at room temperature. If you are used to eating only raw foods, he says, you may continue doing that. Basically, that's what I do a lot of, so it doesn't bother me. To help the liver prepare for the main part of the cleanse, try to avoid foods from animal sources, eating meat, fish, poultry, eggs, dairy products, except butter, fried food items, and refined sugar or foods that contain it. Otherwise, eat normal meals, but avoid overeating. It is best to consume fresh salads, cooked vegetables, grain and nuts, seeds, natural fats, oils, herbs, spices, fruits during the preparation time. On day 6, everything changes. So I'm starting this on a Monday, and I'm looking to do my day 6 on a Saturday, which is a good thing because apparently you're going to need to be near a toilet for the whole day because you're going to be going to the washroom a lot. So he says here the best times for cleansing the main and final part of the liver flush is best done over a weekend or when you are not under any pressure to have enough time to rest. So although the liver flush is effective at any time of the month, it should be preferably coincide with the day between the full moon and a new moon, or the new moon and the full moon. So right now I checked and we're at like the new moon. You can't see a moon in the sky, just a sliver. If possible, avoid doing the actual flush on a full moon day or when the body tends to hold onto extra fluids in the brain and tissues and is therefore more reluctant to release toxins. The days around the new moon are the most conducive for cleansing and healing. So, I'm not a doctor. I'm just doing this because, you know, I read his stuff and I saw his videos, and it makes a lot of sense to, you know, especially if we've got something like 75,000 stones in us. He says you can flush out about 500 to 600 stones at a time, and then there's a regimen this has to be done till you get to a flush where you have no stones coming out, or 15 stones or whatever. He says if you can do that twice in a row, then you have no more stones in your liver. So anyway, what he says makes sense, and he says that he sees a lot of stuff people have all cleaned up and gone. So he said big one is lower back pain and knee pain. So I have both of those, so I'm hoping that this will help clear that up. And if not, you know, it's good to get rid of those stones anyway. I'm really eager to see how many stones and how big they are. I've seen enough people showing off their stones that, you know, this is a possibility, and to help me get healthier. So I'm going to keep doing this, and I'll let you know how it goes each day, and share with me what your experiences are. Thanks for watching. Bye-bye.